Hello, this is Taylor Edrington with a South Platte River report for May 31st, the last day of the month. We're looking at an incredible month for June for all three sections of the South Platte. Um, Basically, what we're looking at for the three sections in the South Platte, when I'm referring to those, we have the South Platte above Spinney Reservoir, which we refer to as Badger Basin. We have the South Platte River below Spinney Reservoir, which we refer to as Charlie Myers SWA, or the Dream Stream. And then we have the third section below 11 Mile Reservoir, which we refer to as 11 Mile Canyon. So from there, all three sections will be fishing very, very well in June. Great hopper season, caddis season, and just big attractor season. BWO hatches will continue to be consistent, and any attractor nymphs that you want to fish will work well as supplementing streamers in with that. The reason why all of those things will be consistent is because of higher flows. As soon as we receive higher flows on all of those sections, the fish just really start becoming more active, start feeding on a lot of different bugs. So with flows steady around 200 CFS, above Spinney steady around 170 to 250, below Spinney and steady around 150 to 200 in 11 Mile Canyon, you receive a lot of different activity as far as bug hatches and fish activity. So we really want to focus on several different objectives when we're looking at rigging for these sections of river. Basically, when I'm nymphing, I want to keep a small baby stonefly on at all times as my lead fly. This acts as an attractor, but it also, great bug in the late spring in higher water. Those bigger stone flies for those river systems, which would be, bigger meaning 14, 16, are getting kicked around a little more, and the fish are noticing or signifying those as a true food source again. So a little baby brownstone, or what we call an autumn brownstone, in a size 14 to 16 is going to be my top attractor. This is a Get Stoned, tied by one of our guides, Curtis Andrews. However, a little 14-16 Prince works excellent. Dropping below that, I'm either going to drop a little caddis emerger. This is a John Barr's graphic caddis, non-weighted. You can throw a bead on it if you want to. This is going to be a tremendous fly for all three sections in the next month. Going to have a lot of caddis activity. So I'll throw that below the stone, or I'll drop off a little blueing olive attractor. My favorite of those during this time period, micro mayfly. In a light olive, that is going to be an excellent attractor and blue-winged olive imitation. And we tie it in a tungsten so it gets down really fast, but you can tie it in any with any bead or non-beaded, or John Barr, a Barr's emerger, or Mercury RS2, or any of those patterns in an olive are going to fish really well. As far as dries go, stemming off that blue-winged olive activity, I've got a high-vis parachute Adams. We tie this with a foam post, just more buoyant. We also tie it with a foam body. This fly will not sink. It is a great imitation of that blue wing. We tie it in a size 20 to 24, and that's going to fish really well during specifically blue-winged olive hatches, and will mimic a lot of different things if they're hatching. If fish are active on top, a parachute Adams is never a bad choice. Going from there into our caddis activity, as I mentioned before, graphic caddis as your emerger or nymph stage, below a small stonefly or another attractor on top. And then as our dry, we go into a tan foam caddis. Basically, most of these caddis in that South Platte system, that watershed, are going to be in more the tan coloration. There will be a few black caddis which are larger, but a size 16 to 18 tan foam caddis is going to be a tremendous pattern to match that caddis hatch. Those are kind of the patterns you want to look at. Just make sure you understand what the flows are doing before you head to any of those given sections. If they're steady for 2 or 3 days, fishing is going to be excellent. If they bump heavily, don't go the day after a big bump. Don't go the day after a big drop. Just make sure the flows are steady. And feel free to call us for any information on the South Platte. We'd be more than happy to help you out. We have guides on all 3 sections of the South Platte almost every day, so we keep up with what's going on. And if you ever feel like you'd like a guided trip on one of those more technical tailwaters, please feel free to give us a call. Our guides are excellent. They've been on that watershed for many years, and we'd love to take you out for a day. Our phone number here, 719-269-3474. Please email me directly if you have any other questions at taylor@royalgorgeanglers.com. Thank you so much and have a tremendous day on the water.